Hi Taurus, welcome to your love reading for July 2021. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I know a lot of people like to check out their Venus sign when it comes to love, so we're setting the intention for Taurus, Venus as well. If you're tired of love readings, you came to the right channel. You just clicked on the wrong video. Every week I do weekly forecasts where we talk about everything other than love. Once a month I focus on love. Once a month I do a love reading, and that's what this is here. So without further ado, for my lovely Taurus collective here, all the Tauri out there, what is going on in love and romance for July 2021? So the first card that's coming up here, my dears, is the Empress. Now, the Empress can indicate Libra energy, but it has a Taurus element to it. Obviously, it's not the Hierophant, and Hierophant is most famously associated with Taurus. But there is, just like the Magician card has Gemini and Virgo association, and the Emperor has Scorpio and Aries, more so Aries, but also Scorpio affiliation. Empress has Libra and Taurus affiliation. For me, in my readings, when the major arcana card comes up associated with your zodiac sign, it's telling me that this is a situation directly connected to you coming into your personal power, your authenticity, who you are as a person. Okay, so on top of what traditionally Empress is going to represent, which is beauty, nurturing energy, divine feminine, maternal energy, I don't know if I said fertility already, but fertility, all of those traditional meanings and associations. Also, from what I've seen in my readings, what it means for me in my readings, we're going to add on to that you coming into your personal power, you coming into your authenticity, you coming into who you are as a person, and falling in love with yourself. Okay, in a non-narcissistic kind of way. I don't mean it in like a conceited ego narcissist way, but in a healthy way. So Taurus, it's like you have all this love for yourself, and it's causing you to beam, it's causing you to radiate, and you're coming into that divine energy, and you're manifesting your divine partner. Okay, partner with divine energy. Again, major arcana cards are going to come up when we're coming into a new chapter in our life. We're coming into a significant period in our life. Okay, and for me, when major arcana cards are like coming up between two people, especially when it's like bam boom, like first card out the gate, it tells me that this is a partner that there's a strong past life connection with, and that there's an agreement. You all have a contract. You all made an agreement that you were going to meet in this lifetime for a specific reason. Okay? And the Empress is going to be about respect. It's going to be about that divine energy. As I said, it's going to be very high vibrational. Some of you, Taurus, have not been very lucky in love, and you cannot figure out why. You can't figure out why. You're like, people seem to be into me, they don't step up to me, they don't approach me, or we have this weird on again, off again thing, and they seem like they want me, but they don't know what they want to do, and they can't make up their mind, and I don't have the time for it, I don't have, I'm not going to deal with it. And so a lot of you are like, what is going on? Sometimes for me in my readings, what the karmic lesson or karmic contract can be is that the Empress, let me just tell you this, is all the queens in one. She's the sexy, ambitious, confident, independent, life of the party, funny Queen of Wands. She's the intuitive, nurturing, healing Queen of Cups. She is the no-nonsense, intellectual, tough as nails Queen of Swords. And she's the work hard, play hard, domestic goddess, Queen of Pentacles. She's all the queens in one. And so there might be a lesson here that people are learning through you, or somebody is learning through you, not to put people into compartments. Okay, not to put people into categories, like, oh, well, Queen of Wands, like, she's gonna be fun, she's gonna be a fun time, it's gonna be a hot time, right? I'm gonna call her when I want to have a good time, right? If I'm needing some love and some nurturing, I'll call up Queen of Cups. If I want some good advice, I'm gonna call up the Queen of Swords. And when I wanna, like, feel at home and feel like I'm enjoying life and having a good time and just living in my abundance, I'm going to call Queen of Pentacles, right? But you are all those things. And so the beauty of this is you are going to be weeding out any kind of player energy, right? Because these kind of people, they don't know how to step to you. They don't know how to step to you, okay? They don't know how to step to you because all the old lines aren't going to work because they can't figure out what category you're in. Every time they think they have you figured out, they're seeing another layer, they're seeing another side, and they're like, whoa, I don't know how to approach Taurus. If you are a Taurus that is seeking a female partner, right? Then you are finding yourself aligning with this kind of partner. Someone who's all these different categories. And if you are seeking a female partner, this might be a lesson that you're going to be learning in July. Wait, what month is it? July. Okay? This might be a lesson that you're learning in July. Okay? Although January may have been a specific slip, and that might mean something to some of you. You might have plans to spend time or meet up with somebody in January, or you may have met somebody in January and they're circling back to you, or you're thinking about reaching out to them. Okay? So, my dears and my darlings, this might be the lesson that you're learning. Okay? The next card coming up here, is the World. Now we've got major arcana cards coming in back to back. The plot thickens, Taurus. The plot thickens. So typically, I'm kind of curious here. I want to see if this is a major arcana card too. Nope, it's not. Okay, but I have a feeling there's going to be other ones in here. I'm going to peek. Yep, I knew it. This isn't the last of your major arcanas. I knew it. So when the major arcana cards come in back to back, for me in my readings, we're talking big changes, big shifts, big energetic upgrades. And depending on what the major arcana cards that are coming in back to back, it can be painful, right? But this is not necessarily painful energy. Empress followed by the World, this is victorious. This is victorious changes. This is victorious energy. This is beauty. This is confidence. This is feeling comfortable in your own skin, being ready to be seen, being ready to be loved. Now, some of you are in this energy where you're ready to be in a relationship with someone who is going to be a little bit more affectionate, a little bit more expressive, okay? Because one of the things with the World card, I don't know, like every time I see her, I just see this card and I just get this vibe, like, here I am, adore me, like, adore me. And so maybe some of you Taurus are coming into that energy where you want to be adored, or you want somebody to be expressive with you, with their words, their actions, physical intimacy, all across the board. You're wanting more affection, more expressions of love, and that is what some of you are manifesting. The World card can indicate traditionally here that some of you may be preparing to travel, and you may be meeting this person in the course of travel. Sometimes the World card can indicate travel, but the beauty of it is the World card tells us that we're done with the old cycles. We're not going to repeat the old cycles anymore. Now it's like we get to have the benefits of all the lessons we've learned. we get to have the benefits of all the ways in which we've grown. Okay, so like I said, some of you maybe have had a really hard time with love, but this is changing. This is turning the corner. I keep hearing retribution, retribution, retribution. And I feel this is repeating more so for those of you in an existing relationship where there's been conflict and there's been something that kept getting held over your head. And you may have been wrongfully accused, or you may have had people that said things about you that weren't true, and your partner may have believed these rumors. Something may have been exaggerated, and you may have been paying the price for that for a long time. But something might be happening here in July where there's some kind of like a retribution, a vindication, right? And like oh gosh, we can finally put this to rest. I never have to hear about this again. We can move on, we can move past it, we can finally heal this relationship and move forward and be happy. The next card that's coming up is Sneaky Pete, the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords can indicate traditionally that somebody is coming in who's not being very truthful, who's not being very honest. Like, they have a selfish motivation, they're opportunistic, they want to get into your pants, or they want to get into your pockets, and they're going to try to get into your pockets by getting into your pants. There could be that kind of situation with the Seven of Swords. And now, I'm sorry, but I did peek, so I do know what the other two cards are, and I can tell you, based on the other two cards, this card is very out of place, and it's coming in right smack dab in the middle. So there's two ways of looking at this. For some of you, either you've learned your lessons, you're coming into this high vibrational relationship, and you are being very careful and very cautious not to display it to people around you, because maybe they're coming in and maybe they're being a negative influence, or they're causing drama, or maybe for some of you in the past, right? I'm not a Taurus, but I have a Taurus moon. My moon is Taurus, and I've had this experience in my life. There may be certain friends or certain family that say your love life is going good and you're having a good relationship, and somehow they manage to come in and mess things up. Like, either they might come in and be very critical of the person and chase the person away, because then that person's like, you know what, I don't want to deal with that friend, or I don't want to deal with your family. They're constantly judging me. They're constantly criticizing. Like, I'm not about it. I don't want to deal with that. Or they might say things or do things that like embarrass you or like make you look bad in some kind of way, and that might cause problems in the relationship. Some of you have friends or family, whether they mean to or not, although this is my opinion, I think some of it, even if they act like they don't mean to, and even though they think they don't mean to, it could be like a subconscious thing. Like, they're scared of losing you, or they're scared that you're going to have this life and you're going to go on and they're not going to, have you around anymore. So they may subconsciously say things and do things to like push people away from you romantically, because they want you to themselves in a weird, twisted way, right? And so for some of you, you have that dynamic, and you're like, oh no, this is going good with this person. I finally feel like I have a relationship that's healthy, that's moving along. Nope. I'm not doing the double dating, right? I'm not taking them around this person's house or that person's house. So some of you may be very cautious in keeping this relationship to yourself. For other ones of you, I'm sorry to say this, don't get mad at me, don't groan, but the Seven of Swords is so out of place with the other cards that are coming in, okay? You may have someone from the past catching wind of like your happiness, you like moving on, you being in like a really healthy, solid relationship. And they may be coming in here with their, sad, sorry little behind and thinking of a way to get you to let them in again, right? This might be someone, I'm sorry to say this, they might come in and really lay it on thick and try to steal you away from this person, but their motivation is ego. Their motivation is so that they can say, aha, see, I knew it. There's no way you could be over me, right? You still want me. There's no way, right? I'm still better than anybody else out there, right? Even though this is like a amazing relationship, you're gonna leave them for me, right? There's like this ego thing. So for some of you, don't be surprised if all of a sudden, out of the sky, falls this person from the past. Some of you are like, how did this person even find me? I got rid of my social media, I changed my number, I moved. How in the heck did this person find me, right? But for some of you, someone from the past is resurfacing and they're trying to get back in. And it's the ego for them. They can't stand the thought that you're happy with somebody else. They can't stand that you moved on. Unfortunately, it's not about being in love with you and wanting to give you a happy life. It's a blow to their ego. Like, how dare there be somebody better than me out there? If Taurus is with that person, then that means that person is better than me. And that means I don't got it like that anymore. And they can't stand that. And they want to try to prove to themselves that no, you haven't moved on. That yes, you still want them. Not a good situation. I have faith, Taurus, that 100% of you that have this situation are going to make the right decision, right? Taurus is not stupid. Next card coming up here is the Queen of Cups. And Queen of Cups is very loving, very nurturing, very healing energy, very intuitive, very psychic, okay? Now, traditionally in love readings, she comes up to represent like wife, mother, right? Abundance, this happy home life, this emotionally fulfilling life. And so this is where many of you Taurus are headed. You're headed towards a sense of like feeling a sense of family, feeling a sense of home, being in this nurturing energy. But again, she's very intuitive, so she encourages us to listen to our intuition. Also, to go a little bit deeper here. Some of you may have heard me say this. Some of the cards come up to me in the readings to indicate self-care, okay? And different cards are going to indicate different types of self-care. Queen of Cups comes up to say we gotta make some time for self-care and we have to fill our own cup. And this is going to be emotional self-care, okay? Because there's self-care that's the physical self-care, like making sure you're getting enough sleep, making sure you're getting enough food, making sure you're like pampering yourself, maybe go like get a massage or like something like that. That's physical self-care. Emotional self-care is going to be making time to do things that are creative, that help you to express yourself, that help to inspire you, that lift your spirit, that comfort you, that soothe you, that cheer you up. You need to make time to honor your emotions and honor what you're feeling. Because Spirit is telling me, some of you may have an Aries placement because something similar came up for Aries, but Spirit is telling me, a lot of you Taurus who are watching this, you guys are fighters. You are fighters. You are hard workers. You don't rest. Some of you need that physical self-care, but Spirit is focusing here on the emotional self-care. Like you're so like, there's no time to cry right now. There's no time to feel sorry for myself right now. I got bills that need to be paid. Some of you have family or children that depend on you. You're like, I have mouths to feed. I've got business that needs to be handled. I can't be sitting around, feeling sad. I gotta pick myself up and I gotta go and I gotta make things happen. And so a lot of you have been in that like grind and that hustle energy for a long time, right? Making ends meet, getting things done, getting your life stable. Some of you maybe went through a really terrible toxic divorce or breakup that took a long time and took a lot of your energy. And now you're in the energy of, you're in your healed energy. You are manifesting this amazing partner. You're going to have more downtime, and it's going to be really, really important that you honor your feelings and emotions and that you make time, right? Before in the past, it was like, I don't have time for this mess. I got to get going. Spirit is saying now you have to make time. You're going to have more time than you had in the past, but also you need to honor that and give yourself that time to be in your feelings and to feel what you're feeling so that you can continue to have this power, to have this energy, also to have your intuition. Did you guys know that? A lot of people always ask me about strengthening their intuition. You have to be in your heart space and you have to be in a healthy space emotionally so that you can be aligned with higher self and with your intuition. Also, creativity and intuition go hand in hand. And so we have creativity, emotions here. It's time to honor that, right? Especially those of you who have this person coming up. And this is what's really this person from the past who's trying to weasel their way back in. The funny thing to me, Taurus, is I don't feel like you have feelings for this person anymore. You've moved on. I feel where the struggle or the temptation is you feel like maybe I misjudged them. Like maybe I was in a paranoid or insecure place. They seem to be so sincere. They seem to be so convincing. I thought they were lying to me, but now they're coming in and they're explaining everything. And now I totally get why they were being that way. Maybe I closed the door too soon. And then I feel like these feelings of guilt coming in. Now you're feeling guilty. Now you're beating yourself up. Now you're like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so cold, or I'm so like judgmental, or I jump to conclusions. And Spirit is saying that if you can honor your feelings and make time for what you're feeling, you're going to be able to break out of that. And you're going to remember, no. I remember what I felt. I remember what this person put me through, right? They can talk a good game right now and they can be convincing, but my heart knows what my heart knows. And I'm not going back to that ever again. Okay? Now, your next card here, my dears, the outcome is the Hermit. So for some of you, this person, if you do have a person returning, it could be a Virgo, okay? However, this is spiritual awakening. This is spiritual enlightenment, okay? Some of you have been taking a path in secret in terms of your spirituality. Maybe you're picking up new interests. Maybe you're studying new subjects. Maybe some of you have gone into like starting a spiritual business or spiritual path, and you haven't been wanting to tell people about it because you're concerned about how it might affect your love life, but this is actually leading you to your divine partner. Now, I know the Hermit can indicate a time of singleness, okay, or a time of like wanting to be alone, okay, but we have all of these powerful cards that are coming in that are telling us that you have love. There's love here, right? Whether some of you are coming into a tremendous level of self-love and you're going into hermit mode and you're just like in this, cocoon of just warmth and positivity and connection to higher self, to God, to universe. That can be the case for some of you. But the story I feel like these cards are telling me is that your love life and your spiritual path have been very linked. Okay? And there may have been people coming in your love life who the lower energies were trying to pull you from your spiritual path. And so maybe for you, love life has been challenging in that way, because it has felt to you like, I have to choose between my spiritual service and my love life. And no, you don't, right? Because this is telling us that everything is aligning here. If you are in a long-term committed relationship, or this could also be the truth for those of you with this newer partner coming in, this is a partner in which there's going to be many spiritual lessons of awakening, not painful lessons. The World card has told us that you're done with that. You're done with the pain. You're done with the drama. You're done with the lies, right? In fact, some of you have somebody from the past resurfacing so that you can prove that and say, nope, no, I broke away from that, not going back to it again. And so many of you are manifesting like someone with whom you're able to have spiritual enlightenment. Okay? Maybe even somebody who is a spiritual guide. How amazing would that be, right? Somebody that you are able to trust spiritually. Those of you who are like on this deep spiritual path where things are like love and spirituality is very aligned, I do feel this person is a very old soul. A very old soul. And I feel like they say things that blow you away. And this is so very random, but it's going to be true for somebody. I feel like some of you are like not sure about what to make of this person, or why they're in your life, or like why you all are meant to be together, if at all. I feel like they're saying something just very casually in passing, and you're hearing it and you're like, oh my gosh, that's a sign. Like, that's a sign. Like, my inner self, my higher self is seeing and recognizing their higher self. And you're very blown away. And for a lot of you, you got stuck in the past in these relationships because you were so in love with somebody because you saw their higher self. But in the 3D world, in the physical world, they were nowhere near living as their higher self. They were making super low vibe decisions, and they didn't want to change. And you woke up and you said, okay, I gotta let that go. This person, you see their higher self, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, but they're also living as the higher self on this plane now. And that's gonna be a breath of fresh air. Be sure to check out your moon sign, rising sign, Venus sign. If none of those are this video for you, you may want to check out the weekly forecasts where I talk about everything other than love. And if you want a private reading with me, you can schedule at calendly.com/amethystangelite. And don't forget, guys, thank you so much for watching, sharing, commenting, subscribing. If you find the videos helpful, share them with someone as well if you think it will be helpful for them. I thank you guys for being here, and I'm wishing you all the best. Bye, Taurus.